How y'all doing today? I'm here. Type in the chat where you watching from. I hope y'all like the tunes. I try to throw a little smooth music in there, Can you hear me now? Okay. All right. I was about to say, no, not again. Oh, yes. When you present, let me know you here. VA in the house. VA is in the house. Yes. How's the music sounding? Does it sound good? Is it too loud? Y'all let me know. Yeah, I know I love to have that groove going on. How's everybody doing this evening? Yeah, I know that we definitely ready. We ready to have a good time today. We always like to enjoy the vibe. Mic check, 1, 2, 3. But we here now. We here. Great. I'm glad it's perfect. I'm just getting my material together because I love when you guys join. It's a beautiful feeling. And y'all know every time I get on here, I try to keep the energy flowing so we don't lose energy, we don't get bored. Because if there's anything that y'all want me to talk about, discuss, you can always put it in the chat. I'll read it out loud so other people can know what the question was, so they don't think I'm just answering something that makes no sense. So to get things going, if you're new here, welcome. And if you're already here, yes. Thank you for returning. Definitely appreciate you guys so much for being here. I just want to give a shout out to the ones that's here. My sister BG is here. My daughter Alasia is here. My sister Thimin is here. And we just right now just getting things popping. So if you can do me a favor, share the live. Let people know that we're on. Let people know that we're here ready to rock this thing out. I just wanted to tell you guys that every time I get on here, it's just a blessing. So with that being said, we don't want to go too long. For those of you who's new or those of you who've been here before still, my name is Katrina Miller. I go by Queen Motivation. Of course, you can find me on social platforms. I'll type the social platforms and let you guys know where you can reach me at. But on Facebook, Katrina Miller. YouTube, of course, Queen Motivation. TikTok, Queen Motivation 2012. And Instagram, Queen Motivation 1981. Thank you for the music being nice. I just want to have like a nice little cool little vibe so everybody just can come in and just feel the energy and just enjoy it. So today I wanted to talk about getting out your feelings because I've been in my feelings, and every time I get in my feelings I get checkmate. So with that being said, let me tell y'all a little something. I always got something for y'all, but I have a thing where when somebody do something or somebody say something, I might personalize it a little bit. I might get in my feelings and I feel some type of way about it. I don't want to always seem like I'm coming off as aggressive or angry, but I take the situation and I make it about myself. So when I make it about myself and I personalize it, then it gets me in my feelings. The moment I get in my feelings, I've already developed how I wanted to feel about the situation. Either I wanted to be mad at the situation or I wanted to be mad at the people, or however I wanted it to go. So when you personalize things, it will get you in your feelings. It will upset you. It will irritate you. It will make you lash out in anger. It's so many different things that happen when you get in your feelings and react off of how you think you're supposed to feel. So every time I get in my feelings, it's like I always have to be reminded of how wrong I was. And I know nobody in this world likes to know or believe that they're wrong. Nobody. So when I get checkmate by family or by the Most High himself, all I can do is sit back and I have to laugh like, wow, I can't believe I sat here and took this scenario and then made it way worse than it is. And now I'm over here. I have to apologize to people, or I have to go clean up this mess, and I have to just do all the extra stuff that I didn't have to do because I done personalized and got all in my feelings. Tell me a time when you got in your feelings and you had to sit back and realize that you was just so wrong. And you knew you was wrong, but you didn't want to believe you was wrong, or you didn't want nobody to be like, I told you so. Because one thing we know, people are quick to say, I told you so. Because I know it's plenty of times I done told you so. So, y'all tell me a time in the chat where y'all had to check yourself at the front door because you done got in your feelings and you done personalized the situation. And now you have to sit back and be like, oh, I shouldn't have did that, or I shouldn't have said that. Maybe I should have just waited a second. Maybe I should have thought about it first, you know? So if you have something that you want to share in the chat, I'll read it out loud and we can talk about this together. You know, we are family in here with Queen Motivation. So BG said, I'm still in my feelings, but it's not me. That's wrong. Sucks. So you know what? The worst thing you have to do in this world is knowing that you are actually the person that's right, and the other person does not want to acknowledge the situation, and they don't want to hold themselves accountable, or they don't want to feel like they did anything wrong. So that's going to put you deeper in your feelings, because now this person knows that they wronged you, that they said something, or they did something, or they gave you something, or they took it away, or whatever the case may have you, and they're making you feel some type of way about the situation. So they make you feel like getting in your feelings is wrong. So now you're in your feelings based off of what somebody else did to you. How do you react to that? How do you handle that? How do you deal with that? In my mind, how I would deal with a certain situation is, first and foremost, I'm gonna go to you, at least have the conversation with you, like, okay, listen, you did this to me, you said this, and it's making me feel some type of way, and I'm in my feelings about it. And this is the part, where they're either going to apologize and correct their actions, or they're going to dismiss what you said and act like everything they did was right. And now you have to decide if you want to still continue to deal with that person, or if you're going to remove yourself from that person in that situation. So that's a way to handle somebody else getting you in your feelings and you feel like there's nothing you can do about it. You can do something about it. You can speak on it. You can let them know how you feel. And if they still dismiss your feelings, or if they still feel as if they can't apologize or acknowledge how they made you feel, then you have every right to dismiss that person or not be a part of that situation any longer. So Lay says, a lot, sometimes I say something crazy and be like, I didn't have to act like, say that, had to humble myself a few times. Well, Lay, the reason why you have that is because you have the Miller's curse. We always have to come back and humble ourselves. And you are the daughter of Miss, oh my God, I should not have said that, but I did. So now what do I do? How many times you done had to humble me and check me and tell me like, Ma, now you know full well. And I'd be like, no, because yeah. So, unfortunately you have the Miller's curse. So there's a way around it though. And the way around that is admitting to yourself that you know you shouldn't have said it. Now the biggest part is knowing that you said it, but how are you going to react? Are you going to be woman enough to apologize? Or are you going to be the type of person to sweep it under the rug and hope that they don't bring it up again? And if they do, you're going to have a way to be I'm trying to think of a word, but are you going to be that type of person who's going to make them feel bad about what you did to them? Or are you going to just look at them and say, so you made me feel like that. Hey, daughter Tay, welcome, welcome. So, you have to really be woman enough to know how you want to handle the situation and how you're going to react to the situation, because a lot of the times nobody in their right mind wants to believe that they're wrong, and nobody in their right mind wants to have to sit down and humble themselves and have to really go back and apologize. A lot of us don't want to apologize because in our mind we didn't do anything wrong, right? So let's see what Thin Mint says. And if those of you who don't know who Thin Mint is, because I'm really calling everybody by personal names, so Thin Mint is my sister Tiffany. So if you hear me say Thin Mint, I'm talking about Tiffany. If you hear me say BG, I'm talking about what you say about my mama, whose name is BG. You can call her BG. If you hear me talk about Lay, her name is Lay. You hear me talk about Tay, her name is Tay. So I don't have to give you shortcuts of what their name is. So if you hear me say Thin Mint, I'm talking about Tiffany. If you hear me say BG, I'm talking about my other sister. So y'all bear with me. So Thin Mint says, I'm always right, but I stay in my feelings about everything. Well, that's because if you're always right, then that makes you perfect. And everybody in their right mind knows we are not perfect. So even in a situation where you feel you're always right, you have to really get to a point and understand that you may be wrong. And sometimes if you are right, then you have to realize that the way you present a situation, because a lot of the times it's not what you say, it's how you say it. So even if you are right in most every situation in your life, and you know you're right, and what you did and said was right, then your approach has to be different. Like, you can't be right and rude at the same time. You can't be right and arrogant. You can't be like, well, I'm right, so you wrong, and you always gonna be wrong. Every time I do something, I'm right. Like, because we all mess up, and we always want to be right about everything, but we're not always right. We have to sit down and humble ourselves and know that there's times where we are wrong, because think about it, everybody's action and everybody's mindset is different. So just because you might be right in the way you process it doesn't mean that that person is wrong. It just means y'all have two different scenarios, and y'all have to be different about a lot of stuff, you know? So let's see. So BG says, I say it and don't care how I said it, because usually I'm at that point. Well, with that, BG, we have to realize that when we say something, we all mean it. Like, as soon as it comes out the mouth, we meant it. And again, it's not what you say, it's how you say it, because we don't want to go around purposely hurting people's feelings. And if we do hurt people's feelings, just always remember that we have to always be the one. Sometimes we always have to be the bigger person. And I know a lot of the times we don't want to always be the bigger person, because what we said and what we did was right, and we stand on it. And you're supposed to stand on what you said, but you have to respect the way another person receives what you put out, because everybody is not as stern and as gangster as, you know, we are. Because a lot of us, we're gangster, but we're crybabies. We're like, so I don't care. Yeah, I said it. And then when somebody says it to us, we're like, that hurt. That hurt my feelings. They shouldn't have said that to me. And who do they think they are? But just think about it. There's people that's saying that about us when we come calling ourselves, pointing our little fingers and saying what we think we know or what we feel is right. Or we have to check ourselves at the door, because we're not always right. And we have to respect other people's feelings, because we have to give the energy that we want. Because a lot of us don't. We just straight go off of anger because we're mad. So let's focus on trying to respect other people's emotions and other people's feelings, because we can't always just be in our feelings all the time. Because of course our feelings do matter, but other people's feelings matter too. So if you always talking about your feelings matter, then you have to think about other people's feelings, because their feelings have to matter as well. So let's see. Lay says, I feel like it's impossible to always be right. We got to take accountability and accept that we're human. You can't learn if you're never wrong. If you're never wrong, then you're not learning. Because that's like, for example, when a child is born, the only thing a child knows how to do is be a child. The child doesn't know how to be an adult because, for one, they're not an adult. So when a child is growing up, you're teaching the child right from wrong. If your child goes into the kitchen, there's a cup of juice on the table. You're watching your child and you're like, I'm not going to say nothing. I'm going to let my child do whatever they want. So they go over there and they knock your cup over. Do you have the right to be mad at that child? No, you don't. But can you be mad at that child? Yes, you can. Why can you be mad at that child? Because it's a natural emotion to react off of what just happened. But why you shouldn't be mad at the child? Because you let the child walk over there. You watched the child walk over there. You seen the child get in grab mode to grab the cup, and you watched the child pull the cup down. So if you don't correct the actions before the actions are put into play, then you cannot get mad at the situation. So everything in life is learning. We're definitely learning. And the child is not going to know right from wrong if you don't teach the child. So there's a time when we're right, but not always right. And there's a time when we're wrong and not always wrong. But if you're always right and you're never wrong, again, that makes you perfect. And I don't think there's no perfect person in this world. Even technology is not perfect. There's absolutely nothing in this world that's perfect. The only thing that's perfect is when we die. Because that's about the only thing that a lot of us can get right. Some of us can't even be born right. But when we die, that's it. There's no greater challenge of die. Oh, well, you know what? I know exactly how I'm going to die. Yep. I know exactly how I'm going to die. When you die, you're just going to die. And you're not going to be shifted or molded into some different person when you die. But when you're born, there's an opportunity where you could be born deaf. You could be born blind. You could be born where you can't walk. There's so many different things to being born. And even when you're born, you have to learn how to go through life with things. But when you die, that's it. You don't have to learn how to die. Nobody has to learn how to. You know what? I'm going to take this class on how I'm going to die because they're teaching it down at the YMCA. So I'm going to go over there and I'm going to sign up because I need to know how to die right. There's no way that you can practice death. It's just going to happen. And there's no way you can practice life. It's just going to happen. But even in life, you still have to learn. But you don't have to learn anything in death because that's it. That's no more. Let's see. What are some good points? Tiffany said, what are some good pointers to getting out of your feelings? First is to feel your feelings, to feel your emotions, to deal with that present feeling at that time. Like somebody can't make you mad on Monday and then Wednesday you're like, you know what? On Monday, I was mad. And I'm going to tell you why I was mad. So the best way of getting out of your feelings is to first feel your feelings at first. You have to deal with your feelings. You have to know that whatever you feel at that present moment is what you're going to feel. Secondly, you have to ask yourself, well, what made me feel this way? Do I have every right to feel this way? Am I supposed to feel this way? Was I right for feeling the way I was feeling? And now that you gather all that up, now you know how to deal with your emotions and deal with your feelings based off of being present in that moment. See, you can't feel something on Monday and then deal with it on Tuesday. And a lot of us are still in our feelings because we're allowing things to go further than what it's supposed to be. Like I said, if you're mad on Monday, you have to deal with whatever happened to you on Monday. You can't wait till Tuesday and deal with it. Because by Tuesday, definitely emotions have changed. You can't go to you and your spouse can wake up both on a Thursday and have a full-fledged argument about he left the toilet seat up. Okay, let's just go with that. So he left the toilet seat up and you left your makeup on the counter. Now y'all both have discussed this several times about, hey, put the toilet seat down, put your makeup up. Okay, boom. Y'all already discussed that. So when you come in the bathroom and the toilet seat up, that's gonna make you mad, right? You're gonna be upset. You put the toilet seat down and you go on through your day. Now you sitting at work all day just like, how many times do I have to tell this man to put this toilet seat down? This man done left this toilet seat up again when he know full well I told him to put the toilet seat down. And now he just, oh my God, he is really irritating me because he do not listen, right? But in the morning time when you was getting ready for work, that toilet seat was up. So you can't go to work. You can't stop at Starbucks. You can't be on the phone talking to a friend. Your whole day done went. Now you about to go home. You done cooked your man some dinner. Y'all watching TV. Y'all laughing. He in a good mood. You in a good mood. And then you look over and be like, why you didn't put that toilet seat down? Didn't I tell you such and such and such and blah, 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 and whoop-de-whoop-de-whoop. Why do that now? Why wait till the whole day went by? You done laughed and joked with everybody else. You done gave everybody else this good energy. Now you and your man at home and y'all having some good energy and you bring it up to him. Now he in his mind like, well, I don't remember leaving the toilet seat up. Now you mad because mysteriously he don't remember leaving the toilet seat up because when he went to the bathroom, the toilet seat was down. So now he's thinking in his mind like, when I woke up this morning, the toilet seat was down, so I couldn't have left it up. So now you're having a big argument because you didn't present that emotion in the beginning to let him see that yes, it was. So now you got a big argument about something that could have been prevented. So that's what that is. Let's see. That's what I was thinking about. Getting out your feelings, dealing with the feelings right there in the present. Let's see what BG says. What can you tell me to help me control my rage? Woo! That's a good one there, huh? Rage is different. You can have an attitude, you could be upset, you could be irritated, you could be frustrated. But rage is a different kind of emotion. Rage comes from built up trauma. Rage comes from things that lingered on in your life. And rage comes from being triggered by something that reminded you of what that situation did to you back then to have you mad. Like, you know, they say you have road rage. I have road rage. I'm working on it. I've gotten better. But I have road rage because when I first learned how to drive, let's just say there wasn't some pleasant, driving. I flipped in the ditch. I crashed my sister's car into my own building. And I didn't even know how to drive at one point of a time when I used to be yelling at people outside of the window like, rage. But what am I mad for? Why am I mad about somebody else who can't drive? Because I don't have the patience to sit there and allow somebody to just drive as if they don't have no common sense. So now I done developed all this attitude based off of other people drivers that they can't help. So anytime there's a driver that gets in my way, it's going to strike me into rage because why are you driving like you don't have no common sense? Why are you mad? Why are you just all in the way? So it's just from trauma moments. Rage comes from trauma. Rage comes from built up and pent up frustration. So when you're mad and you're upset, that's different because somebody can make you mad. It's like, oh, okay, I'm mad. Feel that emotion because you have every right to be upset. You have every right to be frustrated. You feel that emotion right then and there. But if you don't deal with nothing, I'm talking about if you don't deal with not near emotion in your life, and you just let everything just pass you by, it's going to take one thing in your life to piss you off. And that's when the rage is going to come out. So the best way to deal with rage is by dealing with unresolved trauma issues, things that made you mad when you were younger. Like, what can you do to channel the energy of not unhidden, but hidden emotions that you never dealt with. A lot of us haven't dealt with a lot of things. We swept it under the rug. So we're walking around with so much anger and frustration that it turns to rage. So the only way to get rid of rage really is to kind of deal with some inner things. It's an inner thing that's causing rage. That's my personal opinion. You know, I'm not a therapist, but I've dealt with rage to certain extents, but I've learned how to calm down with a lot of things. And it's also taking control, because giving too many people your energy is another thing that causes rage, because you don't let people have too much energy of yours. You're giving out too much. So stop giving out so much of your energy and your time. Keep some of that to yourself. That's what you need to do. Keep some of that energy to yourself. Because why deal with something or somebody that you know that's going to irritate you or trigger your traumas? Because now we walk around here mad at these people, but in reality, we're really mad at ourselves. Because we be in these relationships. I always go back to relationships, because relationships be really teaching us things about ourselves. It teaches us about what we can handle and what we can't handle. And it also brings up who we are and who we supposed to be. So let's see what Tay said. Road rage is valid because these people really can't. In California, yes. Road rage will, let me tell you something. I have to sometimes pull off to the side of the road because my daughter be laughing. Well, she don't be laughing. I be laughing. I don't know. As a matter of fact, I don't know which one of us be laughing. But all I know is every time I be ready to rage somebody with my car, it's always on her side. So she's like, every time you get mad and you ready to do something to somebody, it's always on my side. Now, imagine if I actually went through with some of those rage moments and I rammed somebody and my car flipped or something happened. Something happened to my daughter. My rage caused me to lose my child. So that's another way to look at rage. Like, what am I going to lose? What is it going to cost me if I allow my rage to take over? Because sometimes when you rageful, you're not even yourself. It's like you go into a whole different trance. Like you blacked out. Like, who are you? You're not even the person that, you know, you was when you first went into that rage fit. Rage can really cause you to harm yourself or harm others. So if you don't want to harm yourself or you don't want to harm others, then I would say work on rage as good as you can. Because rage is definitely something that a lot of us have because we haven't let go of a lot of things. There's so many people that made us mad 25 years ago and we still mad at them. Like, we could see them on the street right now and be like, like, what ain't that such and such? I don't like him. Well, why you don't like him? He a good dude. Good dude. Girl, 25 years ago, that boy stole my dang on fork. And he ain't gave me my fork back. And then he lied to me and said he ain't steal my fork. Like, we be mad for petty reasons. We be mad for stuff that just don't have absolutely no reason for us to just be mad for so long. So getting in our feelings sometimes can have us looking crazy. That's why I be trying to humble myself and forgive other people. But then in the process of forgiving other people, I'm like, dang, I need to forgive myself, because people are going to be people. They're going to do whatever they're set out to do. When you get in a relationship and you happily in love, in the beginning it's always roses, it's sweet. You're like, oh my God, I love him. Oh, I love her. Oh, they're so amazing. Excuse me. She's so amazing. Oh, this is the best partner I ever had in my life. Then they start showing you who they really are. Now you're sitting over here like, okay, I didn't know he was like that. I didn't know she was like that. Then we keep seeing more and more things that they do, and we just keep saying, well, that's okay. it's fine. It's whatever. I love him anyway. I love her anyway. Oh, we can make it work. And it keeps getting worse. Now we're 4 years, 5 years invested, and they still doing stuff. And now we're over here looking at them sideways like, so you just gonna keep acting like that? Yes, they are gonna keep acting like that. I had an ex, and I don't talk about too much going on because, you don't want to disrespect somebody because you never know who's watching your live. So you always want to keep your conversations as humbled as you know how. But if somebody shows you who they are, please believe them. Okay, you don't need 12 attempts to see that a person is going to be exactly who they are, and not even with relationships, with friends too. They are going to show you exactly who they are. I had individuals individuals tell me all the time, well, I'm not going to change. This is who I am. You can either accept me how I am or whatever, but I'm not changing. And in my mind, I'm thinking, oh, you mad. People say things when they mad, and then they never change. And now I'm over here mad at the fact that I stayed in a relationship knowing that this individual was already told me 40 times that they wasn't going to change. So who can I be mad at? The individual for being themselves, or myself for staying knowing that I know what's going on? So that's why I said a lot of us, we stay in situations knowing that it's going to trigger us. We stay in situations and be in our feelings about certain people and certain things, when all we have to do is just dismiss a lot of things and a lot of people. We don't gotta hang on or hold on to nothing or nobody if we don't want to. So that's why I'm telling y'all that the biggest way to get out of dealing with your emotions is to deal with your emotions right then and there. Like, don't wait a week to process something. If it hit you on a Monday, deal with it on a Monday. Right there. Like, don't be like, oh, it's 12:05. I'll deal with it at 12:55. Because in that time frame, so much has changed. So many things have transitioned or came through, and it's not even the same time frame no more. So I'm just telling you, like, deal with your emotions right then and there. I be getting in my feelings about stuff where I know better. And then I sit up here and I done got on the phone and I done told everybody else how mad I am about a certain person or a certain situation. And then it's because I personalized it and got in my feelings about it. And I'm on the phone and I'm just like, oh yeah, cause such and such, and and then they did. I had a few things happen to me present in this moment that I'm just all upset about something, and I'm just getting all in my feelings, and I'm just ready to just blow off the handle. And God's like, okay, well, I'm finna show you, so go ahead and be crazy if you want to be, but I'm finna show you something different, because you over here wilding. You ain't acting like the woman that you said you are. And I can't walk around here with this beautiful title, Queen Motivation, and I'm up here acting like Queen Hurricane, or Queen Get Revenge, or Queen I got to let the world know how I feel. Sometimes you don't have to let nobody know how you feel. You can take that emotion and you can run with it. You don't have to let nobody know how you feel. You just deal with it. Sometimes you got to deal with things in silence, because you know that when you go to that person, it's going to escalate. Ain't nothing like going to a person that you know is going to come crazy and go off. And you just got to let this person know. No, I'm going to let this person know. Because one thing for certain, two things for sure, this person's going to know they hurt my feelings. And they don't even care. So they done ran over there and wasted all that energy and then wasted all that conversation. And they done made you feel worse. Now you're over here real mad because you done went over there and made a fool of yourself. She's mad at the wrong people. Some of us are mad at the wrong people. We sitting around here being upset at the wrong people. We are definitely in the season where it's time to let go of a lot of things and a lot of situations. There's natural disasters and things happening constantly, and we still walking around here bitter and upset with an attitude about something that we don't even have control over no more. If I could be mad at everybody in the world, the only person that I really want to be mad at is myself for allowing certain things to take place in my life. There's so many things that we can walk away from, but we hold on to them for what? So we can have something to say, so we can have enough reasons to talk about people. We want to sit up here and get on the phone and gossip so bad about somebody. If you're doing so good, why are you so worried about somebody else? Why are you going backwards talking about somebody that you had beef with in high school? Or why are you going backwards beefing with somebody that you're not even friends with no more? If they not in my circle, I don't really have nothing to say. I can't even go off of nothing because they're not in my circle. I can't sit up here and get upset over something that was a he say, she say conversation. Somebody brought it to me and I just took it and I ran with it because I'm at the point where I want to be mad at this person. This person done got over whatever they got over. We not even on that level no more. But because this person did something to me in 2015, I still want to be mad at this person. So the moment somebody brings something to me, guess what? I can use that as a reason to be still mad at them, and it ain't even got nothing to do with me. I could be mad at a person. Let's say, because I be trying to think of some good scenarios, but let's say I'm mad at a person because they stole my wig. I love wigs, so if you steal my wig, that's the problem. Because now I can't look fly on Friday because now I got to wear the set it off cornrows because you done took my wig. So now I'm up here mad because now I ain't got the money for that wig no more, right? 6 years go by. I done brought about 30 more wigs. Or 50, 150, whatever. I done brought a whole bunch of wigs since then. So I ain't even mad at whoever took my wig no more. I ain't mad at them no more because I done forgave them. And I'm doing all right and I'm good. And then all of a sudden, somebody comes to me and brings something up about them. Girl, you heard about Camila? Nah, what about Camila? Because now it's all coming back to me why I was mad at Camila in the first place. What about Camila? Hi, Ty. How you doing? So now I'm over here. Somebody done brought Camila back up. Now it all come back to me why I was mad at Camila six years ago. Now I'm gonna tell you, Camila ain't had nothing to do with me no more. We done life. She stole my wig. She got on whatever. I got over that. 6 years gone. Boom. Here's somebody come bringing up Camila. Girl. Let me tell you about Camila. What about her? Girl, you know she slept with such and such baby daddy, and they got a baby on the way. Now here you go. Ain't got nothing to do with this. Ain't got nothing to do with you. You like, I knew she had to be like that. If you steal my wig, I knew you had to be you know. I knew you had to be one of them hot things. Cause who gonna steal a wig? She probably, matter of fact, the day she stole my wig, she probably stole it to go see that man. And you said they got a baby together. That's why I don't like her. Cause she always doing something. Stole my wig. That's the only reason you got to be mad at Camila. The only reason. And this happened 6 years ago. And you mad at Camila all over again because somebody done brought, hi Ty, because somebody done brought up some nonsense. Now you just mad. Now you just all over again, just looking at Camila sideways. Now when you see Camila, you like, she a wig stealer and a man stealer. Now you trying to compare your scenario to somebody else's scenario to find a reason to stay mad at her. When you could just be like, all right, well, yeah, you know, hey, to each his own. I wish her the best. You know, I don't got to deal with Camila no more. Thank God, you know, boom. That's it. Leave it alone. But nope. You got to have a reason to be right mad at her all over again. And tie y'all business with each other business. Ain't got nothing to do with nothing. And now you mad because it done got back to Camila that you going around telling people that she stole your wig 6 years ago. And now it's a whole bunch of unnecessary drama. When all you got to do is close stuff at the door. You don't even got to stay involved in situations. You just can close it at the door. But nope. We want reasons to be still mad at people. And we all, everybody in this chat, on this live, has had family members that had did us dirty. I'm talking about dirty beyond dirt. And yes, we have every right to want to be mad at them. But why are we still mad at them? They can't even do nothing to us no more. Our life done flourish. We doing good. Some of us doing better than the family members that wronged us. So why are we mad? Release that. You can, listen, you cannot get through life being mad at the wrong people. If you want to be mad at anybody, be mad at yourself for still dealing with it. Be mad at yourself for still connecting yourself in drama. Be mad at yourself for staying attached to people you should have walked away from. A lot of us think just because that somebody is our family members that we have to stay connected to toxic family members. I don't care if that's your great grandma, your mom, and your uncle, your cousin, whatever. If they wronged you, and every time you around them and you get in your feelings, then get away from them. Because we don't owe anything to anybody. We only owe something to ourselves. So if we around people who trigger us, why are we still being around these people? For what? We like that energy. We like being mad. We like having a reason to want to go off and raise our blood pressure and have a headache. I understand we gonna get mad, but that don't mean we gotta stay in that same place. Yes, Alasia says, forgiving is hard, but it feels good when you finally do. Forgiveness is real hard. But here's the thing. It's easier to forgive yourself than to forgive somebody else. Because sometimes you might not even be able to forgive that person because they did you so bad. But if you forgive yourself, you're able to deal with that situation. Because we can't help what people do. We just have to forgive ourselves for holding on to it and for allowing it to take so much of our life. Some of us been through some stuff and we don't even know if we coming or going no more. But we giving the energy to the wrong stuff. Let's see what BG said. For sure, not mad anymore, and that family member is miserable. Exactly. A lot of the family that we are so mad at are miserable. And it's not funny because I'm not laughing at nobody pain, because Lord knows I done been in some situations where I be like, is this my karma? Because, well, I'm sorry. Listen, God, I know you got to teach us a lesson, but I think I done had about 30 of them gents. So, you think we could move on to the next level? Because I learned my lesson. I don't even deal with that no more. So why are we still here? We still here because we ain't dealt with it. God can't take us over here if we still over there. God can't bring us up here if we still down here. We still entangled in some situations we need to release. We're in our feelings because we don't know how to let stuff go. And we walking around here mad at the world, but we're not mad at ourselves. We put ourselves in some situations and create a whole thunderstorm and be looking to God like, hey, I know I did that, but you think you can clean that up for me? Because I'm just over here just doing stuff on purpose because I know you got my back. And then when he take his hands up off you and you be like, hey, look, I made another mess. Oops. Clean it up. God like, nope. This your mess. You cleaned it up. Now you over here trying to figure out like, I ain't never swept a day in my life. I never wiped nothing down a day in my life. I never picked up a mop. I never did any kind of cleaning. So I don't even know how I'm gonna clean up this mess. I'm gonna have to get somebody to clean it up for me. But people don't clean up your mess like how you do. People come in your room and stuff some stuff up under the carpet. Guess what? You're going to walk on that carpet. You're going to find that mess. Guess who still got to clean it up? You. And a lot of times we pay people to clean up a mess that don't even get cleaned up properly. So my thing is to tell you guys that if you want to get out of your feelings, if you want to maintain a healthy mindset, is to one, deal with the present, deal with it right then and there. Feel your emotion. I don't care what that emotion is. Feel it. If it's anger, feel it. If it's depression, feel it. If it's sad, feel it. Whatever it is, feel it. When you feel that emotion, now you're going to ask yourself, what brought on that emotion? Why did I feel that emotion? Why was I feeling like that? Now that I know why I was feeling like that, how do I deal with this emotion? What is my next reaction? How do I react to the emotion? How do I react to the person that made me feel this type of way? What do I do with this emotion? Like, you have to sit down and you have to break apart the emotion of why you felt it. And you best believe by the time you finish breaking down that emotion and you realize when you get to the bottom point of that emotion, you're going to be like, I was mad because of that. I was crying because of that. I was in my feelings because of them. Oh, no. You ain't even going to waste it no more. You don't even want to waste your emotions on certain stuff no more. So now when you look at certain people, you already know what they're coming with. So you already be like, all right, I'm going to check them at the door. Because I already know they're going to come with some nonsense and I'm not with it. So that's one of the biggest things, is to deal with your emotions right then and there. Feel them bad boys. Don't think about how you're going to deal with them tomorrow. And a lot of people be putting their emotions off because they be thinking they got too much to do. Oh, I'm going to deal with that tomorrow because I ain't got time today. You better make time to deal with that emotion, because you don't know what's going to happen. You don't know what's going to happen. You're going to be like, I'm going to deal with that tomorrow. Then tomorrow come and another thing come up. Now you're over here like, oh, I didn't even deal with this. Now I got to deal with this. So now you're over here. Now you got two things you got to deal with. And you're like, you know what? I don't feel like dealing with none of it. I'm done. So you push it off to the side, and then the next day come and you don't deal with it. And then another day come, you don't deal with it. Then it all hits you at one time, and now you're forced to have to deal with it. And now you done went crazy. You all over the place, because now you're forced to deal with something that you should have just dealt with right then and there. Let's see what BG said. How should I handle the old one? Everybody say I look like. I really can't get past a whole lot. So with that question, sometimes you might not get over it. But what you can do is learn to cope with it. Learn to deal with it. And learn to be okay that you might not get the apology that you want. You may not get the happy embrace that you want. Everything that you want from this individual, you may not get. And you have to learn to be okay with that and cope with it and move on through life. Because if we wait every day for somebody to make us feel how we want them to make us feel, we might die waiting. Sometimes I just be like, man, I wish this person would have did this differently. And then I have to get in my mind like, well, this person didn't do that differently. They're not going to do it differently. They didn't even apologize for what they did do. And I still got to live my life. So, you know what? I'm going to have to be okay with knowing that this person is not going to change. This person is going to be who they are. This person is a part of me, unfortunately. There's nothing I can do about it. I didn't ask for it, but here I am. And just be okay with that person and knowing that you're okay with yourself. When you're okay with yourself, it's whatever with everybody. You don't even really care about other people when you're okay with yourself. Anytime you overcome certain things and you're in love with yourself and you're happy with yourself and you're just feeling good about yourself, everything else, it don't even matter. I walk around sometimes and I just be just smiling. And I've been through a lot of stuff. And people be like, you don't look like you've been through nothing. Thank God we don't look like what we've been through. Because if we look like what we've been through, some of us wouldn't even be smiling. Some of us would be just walking around like this all day. Like we'll always be mad. And I'm not going to say that every day I'm just jolly, but majority of my days I am very jolly. I can wake up in a good mood and get put in a bad mood, but I cannot wake up in a bad mood. I can wake up and be like, today gonna be a good day, and it might not be a good day, but I spoke it to be a good day, and maybe the universe is like, no. We gave you Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday we're gonna tear you up. Wednesday we're gonna drive you crazy, because you gotta be able to know that you're gonna handle every situation that comes. Every day can't be a good day. Every day can't be a calm day. Every day can't be a day of peace. You have to be able to get through your days, good or bad. So you have to challenge yourself when you wake up in the morning. What do I want to feel like today? How do I want to feel today? You gotta challenge yourself. You gotta talk to yourself You got to look at yourself in the mirror and you got to believe that you are going to excel no matter what. Do y'all hear me? I should have got some water up here. Yeah, so that's what I be thinking about, challenging yourself and challenging your feelings and learning how to get out of your feelings. Cause it's like a healing journey. A healing journey is the kind of journey that hurts. It hurts. Tay said yes, and I feel like you have to choose peace even when faced with adversity. You definitely have to choose peace. Because if you don't, you're going to be just as messed up and crazy as the people around you. Some people don't want peace. Some people like to be a victim in a story. Some people love to be a victim. Ooh, yes. Amen. See, I told you, God be working. I said, ooh, I should have brought a water. And God sent my daughter up here. Look at God working. But in reality, thank you, Lay. If you allow somebody to disrupt your peace, you don't want to be at peace. You want to be angry. You want to be upset. It's hard, but it's worth it. Because when you get to a place in your life when you make peace with yourself, it's not really too much people can do. Like, they can try, they can bring it on, they can point at you and, try to get you to come out your character. But when you finally make peace with yourself, you could just look at them and be like, okay, I'm going to remove myself because I can see this is going nowhere. I can see you want to kind of stay in this little negative bubble, and I'm not feeling it. So I'm going to go ahead and remove myself. And people will get mad at you when you choose peace. But when somebody get mad at you when you choose peace, then you know what you need to do with those people. You need to let them go be with the negative forces they want to be with. Because a lot of people be really upset at you when you choose yourself first. And I've chose myself first so many times to the point where now I'm standing in the front of everything and everything is behind me. But there's a big rock and a big wall that stands right behind me as well. Because in order to get to me, you're going to have to climb over that rock. And then you're going to have to climb over that wall. And then when you climb over the wall, my back is turned, so I still can't see you. So you're going to have to do so much to get my attention. So when you put a barrier up, and if people really want to cross barriers, they're going to do a lot. But you best believe that after a while, people are going to get tired of climbing over that rock, climbing over that wall, going all the way around you just to get in your face for you to just look the other way like, I still don't see you. So you have to put some barriers up so people can't get to you easily. You can't let people just get to you that easily. You have to have barriers, okay? You have to have boundaries, and you have to let people know, I don't care what you do, and I don't care what you say, but the moment I made peace with myself, there's absolutely nothing you can do or say to get me to come to the rock, to sit on it with you, and to climb over the wall that I built. No, that's not what it is. So when you make peace with yourself, nobody can really get to you like that unless you give them the opportunity to. And if you work hard enough for it, you're not giving nobody the opportunity. I'm gonna tell you that right now. You gotta be a strong individual. I mean strong. Stronger than me. And I'm pretty strong myself. So if somebody stronger than me can knock down my wall, then I helped them. I helped them knock that wall down. And the only people that should be able to get to that wall is the same people that carry peace too. And most people that come into your life that carry peace, they don't have to climb over the rock, and they don't have to climb over the wall. They're going to be able to walk right through the doorway. They're going to be able to walk right on in and sit right down on the couch of peace. But if they got to do all this extra stuff, they don't belong at all. Tay said, How do you set boundaries when it comes to choosing you? I know you can't give your all to everyone because it will drain you eventually. But sometimes it's hard when you feel like you're being selfish. That's the biggest key about setting boundaries, is being selfish. When people get mad at you for setting boundaries, they don't have respect for you. And if you allow them to disrupt your boundaries, then you don't have respect for yourself. And be okay with losing people. That goes for family and friends too. You have to be okay. You can't hold on to this imagination, this thing that you want to happen when you know, you can see with your two eyes that it's not happening. My sister Thin used to tell me all the time, you have to be selfish. I used to always be like, I don't know how to be selfish because I love to give. I give the world. I give everything. And then by the time I give to everybody else, when it's time for me to give to myself, I'm depleted. I have nothing left to give. I'm sitting around trying to find energy from other people, and now I'm dependent on other people to pour into me. I'm dependent on people to encourage me. I'm dependent on people to give me some source of inspiration, and I'm depending on these things, and I don't get it, because everybody's encouragement is going to be different. Like you could be going through something and somebody will be like, oh, well, did you pray about it? Some people, not to offend nobody, but some people don't want to hear that, because some people just want that physical right then and there. They don't want to hear, oh, well, you should have prayed about it. No, sometimes you don't want to hear that. So then you'll refuse that. You don't want to hear that. So you have to be selfish sometimes. A lot of the times, matter of fact, if you want peace in your own life and you want these boundaries for yourself, the only way to get them is to be selfish. And just like I said, be okay with losing people. Because people are not going to always be around you. People are not going to always be supportive. Like, everybody is going to have their own intake on what they believe you should do in your life. But you are the only person that is with yourself 24/7. You are with yourself from sun up to sundown. I don't care how many people you're around. I don't care how many people you talk to. You are the person that deal with you. You are the person that answer to you. You are the person that call on you. So you have to be able to let yourself know that it's okay to choose yourself first. And if anybody got a problem with you choosing yourself first, then you don't need them anyway. Because people love when you choose yourself first. If they really genuine, they really care about you, they're going to support you. They are going to support you. So if you got some people in your circle that's making you question your own boundaries and your own life, and they got you feeling some type of way about wanting to choose yourself, then you need to choose yourself and cut them off and leave them alone. You'll be fine, because anybody that's meant for you in your life is going to be in your life. And anybody that's not meant, they're going to eventually fade off anyway. So I feel like the first thing to being selfish is by saying no. You don't give nobody your peace. So no is one of the words that, it's a great word. So you have to say no sometimes and be okay with saying no. You got to learn how to be selfish. There's nothing wrong with being selfish at all. That music be feeling the groove up, huh? So I'm just really excited to know that a lot of you guys are ready to take the next step and just choose yourself. It's a beautiful thing. Let's see what B just said. How can I learn to control my temper? I get tired of the answer I get, which is pray about it. I don't know why people always think that the easiest way to deal with a situation is by saying pray about it, because some people don't even believe in prayer again. So when you say pray about it, that's like a slap in the face. So how to control your temper is knowing when to walk away. If somebody is saying something to you and you can feel yourself getting to that point where it's like I'm about to spaz out, then you have to be in control of the situation and walk away. Some of us want the last word. Some of us want to be upset. Some of us like confrontation. So when somebody do something to us, we automatically going to retaliate with anger because we like that feeling we get. It's like a power feeling that we get when we're upset. Because when you mad, it's like you think you got some kind of control or something. I don't know what it is about feeling like you are in control when you're angry. It makes you feel like you're the one that's going to run everything and control things. But sometimes anger is going to mess everything up. And we know that I used to retaliate, and I will be quick to shoot off my attitude. But I'm getting better. I'm not saying that I don't still have my own little anger issues, but I've gotten way better. So in order to control your temper is to remove yourself from the situation and remove yourself from the people. Because if you stay there, trust me, it's going to happen. It's going to happen. People are going to make you upset, but you have to be the bigger person and walk away. And a lot of people don't like to feel like that because now they feel like they soft, or they feel like somebody showed them out, or so now you just got to be the bigger person and walk away. Yeah, I know I learned. I've got so much better with my attitude because we all know that this attitude, I be ready to cut a monkey. But I do want to say something to everybody that's watching, to everybody that's commenting. I want to tell each and every one of you guys that you are doing amazing. Like wherever you are in life, just know that you're doing amazing. You don't have to be so hard on yourself. You don't have to think or overthink a situation. You don't have to do all the extras. Just know that you're doing great. Just know that you are exactly where you're supposed to be in life. I know a lot of people, when they're younger, they feel like they haven't accomplished anything because they're not seeing these results of the things that they want. Great things take time. And I also don't know who's dealing with feeling small. Like they feel like they're too small and they're not growing, they're not developing, and their life is at a standstill. It's okay to be there for a moment. You just have to know that when that happens and when you get there, just don't stay there. Don't put yourself in a position to believing that this is it. This is the only thing that you're going to get. Because you're destined for greatness regardless of what. I don't care what you may have went through. I don't care what you think you're going through right now. I don't care if you feel like you're never going to get anything and things not happening for you. Your family and your friends looking at you sideways because they thinking, oh, you ain't got this and you ain't got that. Oh, you too old for that. You too old to not have that. You too old to not have that, and this and all this extra stuff. There is no timing on how your life is set. Everybody else have a timing for how they want their life, but that's not your life. I didn't learn how to drive, properly learn how to drive to get my driver's license until I was about 26, 27 years old. And I did it because I wanted to. When I was coming, I didn't do it because everybody said, oh, you too old to not have no driver license. You too old to not know how to drive. You too old to not do this and not do that and this and that and all that. You don't have to explain nothing to nobody. You don't have to. You don't owe nobody no explanation. You don't have to try to prove yourself to nobody. You don't have to do anything in that nature to try to make people feel like, oh yeah, I'm doing real good for myself. It's people my age that don't have nothing. And some of them went to college. And you looking like, but then you go to college? It don't matter. Because everybody's lifespan is different. Whatever worked for me at 25 may not work for the next person at 25. Whatever worked for me at 30 may not work for the next person at 30. So the thing y'all have to get in your head is stop comparing your lives to other people's lives. Don't nobody care if they got 2 cars and a 2-car garage home at 25. That has nothing to do with you. Because you might get a 3-car garage with 3 cars in there, 2-story home, and your own business at 30. So don't compare your life to somebody else's life. Just because their life is happening a little faster than yours, theirs is moving a little faster than yours, they got a little bit more than you have, that does not mean that you are beneath them and they are above you. That just means that your timing is your timing and their timing is their timing. BG said, thank you. Although it is hard for me to see you grown up, I still see the cute little chocolate one. You are very wise. Well, thank you. I still be having stuff growing up to do because I'm goofy, and sometimes, I don't want to, say something, but I'm gonna say it because it's funny. But I hang with all of my daughter's friends. Okay, all of her friends are like my own little friends, my own little children. I just adapted to a more younger crowd because I don't act my age. But then again, what does my age act like? I hear a lot of people say, oh, act your age. I'm like, well, how am I supposed to act? Because I would more so like to act myself than to act a age. Because in reality, when you hear the word act, it's putting on the front. So if I'm going to act something, I'm going to be myself. I don't want to act my age. I just want to be myself. I don't want to act like somebody else. I just want to be myself. So if me enjoying my youth and me enjoying the way I live my life is making me not act my age, then I don't know what to tell people, because I love who I am. I love what I do. I love how I interact with younger people. I love how I can still be in a crowd with older people, and I can still be in a crowd with younger people, and I can still be myself. So if anybody has a problem with you being yourself, that's their personal problem, because at the end of the day, we're not put on this earth to make nobody's life better than ours. We're put on this earth to make our life better than ours. Like every day in our life, we're doing something to make ourselves better. We're not doing nothing to make ourselves better than somebody else. We're doing something to put ourselves in a better position. Every time we do something in life, it's for us. Now, somebody might come into your life as a significant other or a best friend or whatever. They come in your path, they come in your journey, but your life is still your life. They may have added on to your life, but your life is still your life. So that's why you have to live your life the best way you know how for yourself. You can't live your life for other people. You'll drive yourself crazy if you try to live for everybody else. You're running around here all day trying to make everybody else life. You'll be crazy. You'll be like, oh my Lord, I'm trying to live. I'm trying to be. Whew. Let me just go sit down somewhere. You gotta sit down and enjoy your own life. Stop enjoying everybody else's life. Enjoy yours. Stop looking over there to see where everybody else got going. Let me look over here. Oh, she got a 2025 Toyota Camry. Oh man, I only got a 2012 Nissan. Oh man, she over there. She a homeowner. Man, I'm just renting. Oh, I like those clothes she be wearing. I don't even look what I got on. It's ugly. She be keeping her hair done, and look what I'm. Ugh. Stop comparing yourself to people. Stop worrying about what the next person have, because you don't even know what they had to go through to get that, and you don't even know what kind of front they put in to keep that. Some people walking around here fronting so hard just because they want to be seen. Some people want to be seen more than they want to be heard. I'd rather you hear me than to see me, because you can see me however you want to see me, but when you hear me, you're going to know that what I'm saying is going to make sense. It's better to be heard than to be seen. Thank you, Ty. Yes, it's a mindset. It is a mindset. Tay said a mindset. If you feel young, live young. Definitely. Because everybody wants you to live like them. Then I want to say something else, because I like to target all kinds of topics, because I don't want to miss nothing. And if I miss anything, we always going to be showing up Queen Motivation Live next Wednesday, every Wednesday, 6 o'clock. We're going to show up and show out every time. But I also want to say, y'all stop letting people take advantage of y'all. Okay? I don't care if that's your family. I don't care if that's your friend. I don't care if that's your girlfriend. I don't care if that's your boyfriend. I don't care who it is. Stop letting people take advantage of you. Because the moment you give somebody the opportunity to take advantage of you, they're going to run with it. Yes, Jazz. Talk that talk. They are going to run with it. And people will take advantage of you just because you're a family member, just because you are a friend, just because you are a spouse. Stop letting people take advantage of you. If somebody owe you money, because Lord knows I'm going to pray on that. But if somebody owe you money and then they come to you and they ask to borrow more money and they ain't even paid you the first time, and then you give it to them, and then the next time come and they ask to borrow more money, and then you just keep giving it to them, and now you're over here on the phone talking to, girl, do you know this Barbara had the audacity to call me, girl? Still owe me now, but gonna ask me to borrow $20. I gave it to her, but she still owe me, and I'm trying to see when she gonna give me my money back. Stop giving her stuff. Y'all better learn how to tell these people no. Y'all better stop letting these families skate all over you and your significant other skate all over you and put y'all foot down. If y'all had an agreement, fine. That's an agreement. I understand. Agreement is agreement. But if y'all didn't agree on to something and they just start doing stuff, and you looking at them and they looking at you and you looking at them and y'all just make eye contact, ain't nobody saying nothing, but they know what they doing wrong. And because you got a kind heart, you over here like, no, it's okay. That's my favorite cousin, Tasha. I just love her so much. She's going to get her life together. We have to stop being crutches to people. It's okay to let your family fall. Because if you keep catching them all the time, how they going to ever learn? If you keep saving your boyfriend or your girlfriend, how they ever going to learn? You have to let them go and figure some things out. It is okay to be like, hey, cuz, hey, now I let you stay here for like 6 months. You know, ate my last loaf of bread for the last time now. You ain't even replace it, man. I woke up to make me a sandwich at 2 o'clock in the morning because that's usually when I have a sandwich, and you ate the last of my bread again, fans, and you told me last week you was gonna buy me another loaf of bread, and you ain't even brought me that loaf of bread yet. Man, cuz, I love you and everything, but hey, you gonna have to bounce. I ain't gonna be mad. Oh, so that's how it is? You just gonna put me out on the street? Well, you know I ain't got nowhere to go. They will make you feel so bad. So, you know what I'm going through, cuz. You know what I'm going through, fam. And that's how you, alright, okay, bet. I see how it is. Don't talk to me no more. Well, if that's gonna get you up out of here and I don't gotta worry about you eating my bread no more, then fine. I won't talk to you no more. I'm gonna be fine. I got myself together. I got a roof over my head. I'm working. You out here playing. You don't want nothing. That's on you. People will make you feel so bad for how they are living their life. And it's their personal choice. So if they chose to live that life, stop running in there, putting on this cape, acting as if you're about to save them. You have to let some people fall. I've had people let me fall, and it's fine. I don't mind falling because I know I'm going to get back up. Stop letting people take advantage of you. That's another thing I wanted to get out. Because what we don't have time for is just letting people just have their way. This ain't Burger King. This is real life. You can't just come around here playing. That's not what we're about to do. That's not it. And then another thing too, because I love to, push out some encouragement. I want to tell somebody to keep going. You done got all the way right here. You done got right here. And you ready to give up? Because it's not looking good for you right now? You done went through 8 months of school. 8 months. And you just about to get your papers. And now you ready to just give up. Because it's taking too long. You done already made it through 8 months. You might as well do the rest. Excuse me. Don't give up on yourself. Other people are going to give up on you. Expect that other people are going to give up on you. That's fine. But do not give up on yourself. That's the worst thing you can do, is give up on yourself. Because the moment you give up on yourself, everything that you work hard for, you're going to lose it. And you better believe that when you lose it, it's not going to be an easy loss. It's going to be a loss that's going to hit. And it might take even longer to get it. Because one thing for certain and two things for sure, you don't need to be giving up on yourself. You need to push through. Could you imagine if I would have just gave up on doing YouTube? Like, only 2 people watching. Only got 12 views. Oh, nobody really be on my live except for my same 6 supporters. It's never nobody knew. Oh, I'm not doing this. Then that means I just let everybody else make me feel like I'm not good enough to do what I like to do what I love, to do what makes my spirit feel good. That means I gave everybody the power to just take away from myself, and I don't believe in myself. I can't help whoever doesn't believe in me. I cannot help whoever does not believe in me. Whoever don't believe in me, again, that's not my business. That is not my business. That is not my problem. My problem is if I don't believe in myself. My problem is if I give up on myself. That's my business. Nobody else's. So when you're dealing with somebody that's making you feel bad about your dreams and your goals, or they always have something to say, or they're down in it, or they're negative, or they just being downright ugly, tell them, look, this ain't gonna work, because you making me feel like I can't achieve nothing. And if you make me feel like I can't achieve nothing, I'm gonna start believing that nonsense, and before I know it, I'm not gonna do nothing, and I'm not gonna get nowhere in life. I'm gonna do my lives every Wednesday, even if it is 6 people on here, the same 6 people, the same 5 people. I don't care. I'm gonna do my lives every Wednesday at 6 o'clock sharp. I'm gonna still do my YouTube videos, my shorts and my long videos. I'm gonna still do that because I know that I enjoy doing it. And I know that 1, 2, 3 people have heard something that they can take back with them, and they can utilize it, and they can have something, and they can feel good about it. Hi, Vontae. They can feel good about something that I said. So you cannot, for 1 second, let somebody else make you feel bad about your dream, or make you feel like you cannot succeed because they are struggling in their own dream. Sometimes the worst enemy can be yourself. As a matter of fact, a lot of the times, the worst enemy could be yourself. Because people are going to have their opinions. People are going to have their input. People are going to say whatever they want to say to make them feel good about themselves. But you don't have to accept that nonsense. You don't have to be the one to believe them telling lies. Because people lie all the time. And one thing you're not going to do is come over here in my world and try to lie to me about what I already know. I know who I am. I know I'm a strong woman. I know you are strong women and you are strong men. Nobody has no business coming to tell you who you are. Nobody cannot walk in your shoes and tell you who you're supposed to be. Can't nobody represent you but yourself. So if you sitting around here feeling sorry about yourself because of what somebody else said to you, then you need to go ahead and check yourself at the door. Because you have no business letting somebody else's energy be your energy. You have no business letting somebody disruption be your disruption. You have no business at all allowing somebody to get in your head and tell you what you can and cannot do. You have no business doing that. So if you're going to sit around here and feel sorry for yourself because you let somebody make you feel sorry for yourself, then you need to go put yourself on timeout, count to 10, and come back and look at yourself and say, now why I go and believe that nonsense? I know who I am. I am strong. I am powerful. I am motivated. I am blessed. I am successful. I am above. I am a conqueror. I am everything that everybody said I'm not going to be. So if you got a problem with who I am and you got a problem with believing in me, well, let me believe in myself so you know that who I am is who I am and who I represent is who I represent. I don't have time to be trying to babysit your emotions or babysit your feelings because you feeling some type of way about yourself. If you're going to feel some type of way about yourself, then you need to get out my way, because what I'm trying to do is take myself to a higher level. And if you're going to put something on me that's going to make me feel bad about myself, then I can't do nothing for you, and you for sure can't do nothing for me. And that's the truth. Let's see. Beezy said, I love this. You make me think and feel and see. I can use some of your words to guide me through the week. Yes, thank you. Yes, yes, yes. Fonte said, everybody wants to project their own self-insecurities when somebody got the courage to follow their heart. That's the truth. I say this. When somebody does project their insecurities on you, it's because they need something from you. And they're going to take it from you if you let them. Insecure people are always going to project their insecurities because that's the only way they're going to feel good about themselves. You ever be feeling good about yourself and somebody give you a backdoor comment? We know what a backdoor comment is. You come out the room and you like, ooh, girl, this hair, yes, I like this. This hair doing it. And somebody come and be like, I wouldn't wear it. I didn't ask you if you were going to wear it. It might not look good on you anyway. So, thank you, but no thank you. I don't need your response. I don't need your backdoor comment because you feeling some type of way about yourself. You insecure about how you look, so you want to come and try to tell me how this hair look good on me. If it look good on me, then it look good on me. I can't help it if you feeling some type of way about yourself. You need to go and do something to yourself so you can feel good about yourself. But don't come over here projecting your insecurities on me because you don't like the way you look. People will give you a backdoor comment and be like, girl, you know, I really did enjoy your lives, but at the same time, I felt like you was probably a little dry. Maybe you could have did this or did that. I can take criticism if it's positive and if it's going to mold me to doing something different and adding on to what I'm doing and make it better. But you're not finna come over here and try to play in my face and tell me what you think because you feeling some type of way about what you don't like. If you don't like me, that's your problem. If you don't like what I do, that's your problem. But I'm not walking this world for your approval. Because everybody is going to get approved and everybody is not going to get approved. And the only person whose opinion matters the most is my facts. Yours don't. Because your opinion is your opinion. But if you're going to encourage me, motivate me, lift me up, build me up, I receive it. But if you think you finna come and tear me down or break me or make me feel some type of way, I'm going to go and push that back over there. I'm going to let you keep that over there with you. I'm going to let you deal with that and dwell in that because I'm not about to, no. Not going to do it. Not. Okay? Y'all know I usually read a poem before I get off my live because I do see that it is approaching that beautiful time with you wonderful people. And just keep commenting, keep throwing some comments in there. Of course, I'm always ready to answer, talk, give feedback, receive whatever I need to receive. We are in this together. Let's see. Okay, so let me know when y'all ready for me to drop that poetry in the live, on the live. Because y'all know I love y'all so much. And I thank you guys for always supporting me, for always coming through, seeing Queen Motivation. Always being a part of my lives. Like I said, it could be one of y'all, two of y'all, three of y'all, four of y'all, five of y'all. I appreciate everybody who shows up. I appreciate everybody who comes through and support. I appreciate everybody who share my lives. I appreciate everybody who comment on my YouTube videos. I appreciate everything that y'all do. because there will be no Queen Motivation if I didn't have anybody to motivate. So again, I appreciate you guys so much. I thank you guys with the bottom of my heart and the top of my heart and the middle of my heart, the side of my heart, both left and right. I appreciate you guys, because there's no way I will be able to do this. And every Wednesday I get more elevated. I become more comfortable, and I'm starting to realize, different things that I want to do. I want to incorporate a podcast. I want to have guests. Like, I want to just do what I need y'all to do, what y'all want from me. And my email, I'm going to drop my email on my video, my chat. Because what I want y'all to do, I want y'all to email me ideas. Email me things y'all want to do. Email things y'all want to hear. Because this is a family affair. And Queen Motivation loves the feedback. I love the input. Everything that I get from you guys, I'm going to utilize it. I'm going to do everything that I need to do to make sure that when we get on this live, everybody is getting a piece of the action. Everybody is feeling welcome. Everybody is feeling loved. Everybody is feeling inspired. Everybody is feeling motivated. When you come on this live, I want you to feel like, yes, I'm so glad I got on her live. I'm so glad that I got on her live. I'm so glad that I listened to what Queen Motivation had to say, because I was struggling over here and I was dealing with this. Or even if somebody else close to y'all struggling, you can be like, hey, every Wednesday I get on live with Queen Motivation, and she definitely be hitting some key factors. And I really love every bit of her lives. She always be so positive, and she's always upbeat. Like, she's always doing whatever she needs to do, and I appreciate her. So you should check her out. Like, I want people to feel comfortable and want to come over here. I want people to be able to love coming to Queen Motivation's live. Because one thing for certain and two things for sure, the best thing to do is to encourage and build everybody up. That's what we want. We want to be able to hold people accountable. We want to acknowledge everybody who's doing what they need to do for healing. We want to give shout outs. We want to celebrate one another. We just want to be able to sit back and just enjoy the moment, because nobody knows when their last day on earth is going to be. So if we can do anything that's positive, let's do it. Let's do everything that we need to do positive. Love on one another, and just enjoy life. Because one thing for certain, two things for sure, I love to encourage and motivate people. I really do. I'd like to thank Alasia Lay for putting my IG, TikTok, Facebook in the chat. I typed my personal email again. So if you need to reach me through all those platforms, so we can definitely link up and get it popping. So we only have 10 minutes left to my live. So what I'm going to do is... Oh, you got Queen Motivation. And no is one of our words that we work on. No means patient. So Queen Motivation, y'all know what it is. So this poem is called, y'all let me know how y'all feel about it in the chat. It's called Shackled by My Past Thoughts. Okay? So it reads, shackled by my past thoughts, hanging out with trauma, knowing that I'm chained free, protected by God's armor. I can't be led astray unless I lead myself in danger. And that's not what I want to do, so I toss away my anger. My past has no weight. It can't seal my fate. Today is always a better day for me to just be great. It was short, but tell me what y'all think. Let's see, we have We still have a few more minutes. And I don't know how many men are here, but I do have one called, I do have something for men. So I'll read that one too. It's called Black Man Don't Cry. Y'all let me know how y'all feel about this one too. Excuse me. Black man don't cry. It'll make you soft. Don't show any emotions at any cost. If you cry, you're weak. If you are hurt, don't speak. Keep your emotions to yourself. A man doesn't need help. If you ask, you're a bum. Non-provider, just scum. Can't afford to show affection or be emotional from rejection. Be aggressive, it shows you're a man. If you cry, nobody will understand. It started at birth that men were robbed of their worth. That's why they don't show when they're hurt. Just be a man about it. But what's a man with no pain? Takes so many losses and nothing to gain. I feel for our black men who can't shed one tear. Have to be hard all the time, not allowed to show fear. Let that man cry. Let him feel his emotions. He'll be so full of love and so much devotion. If you rob him from that, he'll never be free. He'll be stuck in his rage forever, so let that man be. I love you when you cry. I support every tear. We'll heal together, even if it takes years. You cry, I cry. We'll both cry together. When you release all that pain, you'll feel so much better. Oh, yes, so that's my poem. I know I got to read one every day, every Wednesday. And I want y'all to really just tap to my email. Let me know what y'all want me to do so I can know. Because we got 5 minutes before the live ends. And I know this music sometimes just be speaking to our souls. So we just take those few little minutes. If you have to leave now, hey, we love you. Thank you for showing up. But if you have 5 minutes to spare, go ahead and let this music speak to your soul. Because it's for sure going to speak to mine. Yeah. Oh, yes. Y'all know the last time I tried to do a heart, mine looked a little botched. So put your hearts in the chat. Because mine's going to look something like this. Oh, wait. Hold on, y'all. We doing something? Nope. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what's going on here. Okay, never mind. I'll practice on my hearts. Oh, thank you, Vontae. Yes, I'm gonna get some of my poems copywritten and frame them, and I'm gonna pass out. I'm gonna give you guys a copy of a poem that I want y'all to have. But what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna make it a poem of encouragement. So every time you feel some type of way, you can read that poem and let it marinate. So I'm gonna go ahead and look into seeing how about to do that. So I'm gonna write a poem. Yes, y'all teach me how to do the heart, because I'll be over here struggling. I don't know if it's because the camera or I look like I'm trying to throw up gang signs. Yeah, but y'all know what I mean. Y'all get it, okay? Y'all, let me see. Hold on, wait a minute. What we got here? It's because I have arthritis. My fingers don't do it right. I did. My hands don't work. Look, I don't know what this is. Never mind. We'll try again next Wednesday. We down to our last 2 minutes. Oh my God, this is so funny. I love you guys because I really get to be myself. I'm so naturally goofy and motivate them at the same time. And I just love how I can be myself with you guys. So what you supposed to do like this? Wait. What? How is it because of the camera, the way I'm seeing it? Because if y'all see it from my view, hey, I think, look, but y'all see the arthritis? Look at it. It's popping up. Let me see. Let me try to line my fingers up. Okay, and then. Okay, I tried. I tried again, y'all. You know what they say, practice makes perfect. So keep going until you can't go no more. And just like my heart. I'm gonna get on here next live and y'all gonna be like, oh my goodness, she did it. It's because my fingers are all botched up and it's almost like I have sign language fingers, but they don't work. So I'm gonna work on it, y'all guys. I'm gonna work on it. Oh man, I love y'all. Ooh, lady, you see me. Look, when the live end, we're gonna practice, okay? I'm gonna come and I'm gonna see you and we're gonna have a heart hand practice session because I have to get this heart down pat. Queen Motivation cannot be on this live throwing up gang signs. That's not what we're doing, okay? I'm not affiliated with the gangs. I just don't know how to throw up a heart. So it looked like I'm trying to be in the Crip family or something. I don't know. But we're going to work on it, y'all. We're going to get it together. We down to my last minute. Ooh. This was nice. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Y'all leave your inputs. Let me know. I really hope you did. Because I always enjoy you guys every time. Hey, down to that last little minute. Might as well pop that little shoulder. Woo, yes. I love y'all so much. I'm always tell y'all I love y'all. Because we need to hear it sometimes. Next, I'm going to put my Cash App up. See if I can get $1 from all 6 of y'all. Then I'll have $6. Woo! All right, you guys. Love you. Queen Motivation is signing off. You guys have an amazing night. But talk. Yes, arthritis. I love you guys so much. I'll definitely see you again same time Wednesday, 6:00 p.m. PST. If you didn't tell a friend, tell a friend. We here. We doing this thing. Love you guys. Y'all stay up, stay blessed, stay easy. Queen Motivation signing out. See you next Wednesday.